Coming up on BG24 News.
A television celebrity visited Bowling Green. We have an exclusive interview.
Plus, BGSU students give their opinions on the latest Democratic debate.
And we'll get a quick recap of your campus and community sports.
We'll also take a look at your full Black Swamp weather forecast. Welcome to your Campus and Community Connection.
Live local news starts right now. This is BG24 News, live at 5:30.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Alan Hunt.
And I'm Mariah Clausen. Thanks for joining us tonight. With 3 different campus shootings happening last week, BGSU is now providing active shooter training for students and faculty. The training will focus on protocols that alert, lock down, and evacuate premises in the case of an attack. BGSU is now making it mandatory that all resident hall advisors, directors, and staff learn the protocols and incorporate it into training for students.
Area candidates for this year's election were invited to a Rock the Vote show yesterday. The event took place at Stone's Throw Tavern in downtown Bowling Green, where the candidates checked in with and talked to locals about their upcoming plans for the election. Local music acts also put on performances.
Last Thursday, the Democratic Party of Ohio met at the Two Foxes Gastropub in Bowling Green. Reporter Nick Dombey says the room was full of well-known Democratic members, including a familiar talk show host.
Leaders of the Ohio Democratic Party launched a Chartergate tour in Northwest Ohio. Their second stop was in Bowling Green at the Two Foxes Gastropub on Main Street. Kelly Wicks, Dan Gordon, and several other Democrats of Wood County appeared, socializing and talking about political issues. Mayoral candidate Kelly Wicks kicked off a line of speeches, followed by Chairman David Pepper and Jerry Springer. Springer was the mayor of Cincinnati in the 1970s before receiving his television show in '91. Jerry admits to using his fame as a voice to reach out to the general public.
I'm able to get a microphone. I'm able to have a platform. So I do it, and I contribute money. You know, every citizen does what they can. Well, I'm saying, what are you giving me a tax break for? You know, there are people that really need the help. And, you know, use the money to pay for schools. Use the money to pay to make sure every American has health insurance.
The chairman of the Ohio Democratic Party, David Pepper, says how the party wants to reach out to younger voters by spreading the Democratic message.
We think if they hear our message, they're much more likely to vote Democrat. I think on the social issues, we're much more in line with where the millennial generation is.
The event brought Democratic leaders from Wood County and across Ohio to be united in a casual environment while welcoming a well-known guest. Reporting for BG24 News, I'm Nick Dombey.
And now Jen Reese joins us with campus and community sports. Jen?
Thanks, Alan. On Tuesday night, the men's soccer team had a loss against Socrates with the final score at 3-0. The first goal scored 14 minutes and 38 seconds into the game. The goal was scored by Ben Polk, assisted by Oyvind Alseth and Julian Boostcher for his 6th goal of the season. The second goal of the game was scored by Julian Boostcher and was assisted by Andreas Jensen. This was his 5th goal of the season, 1 minute and 22 seconds into the second half. The third goal was scored by Louis Cross 15 minutes into the second half. This was his first goal of the season. Bowling Green goalkeeper Nick Landsberger had 8 saves throughout the game. The Falcons are ranked number 16 in the Mid-American Conference and will travel to Western Michigan to play at Saturday at 1. This weekend will be a busy one for the Bowling Green swim team. Friday they will be hosting the Tom Strubbs relays against 4 other teams, Akron, Toledo, Oakland, and Youngstown State, to compete in 10 relay events. The events range from normal relays such as the 200 medley relay and the 400 free relay to relays that are unfamiliar to the swimmers such as the 1500 free relay. Then on Saturday, the Cooper Pool will be busy with the Gene Campbell Alumni Meet, where men and women alumni will participate in events with the current team. After a double victory against Ohio State last Friday and Saturday, the Bowling Green hockey team had a loss against Western Michigan 4-1. The goal scored for Bowling Green was by junior Devin DeFore, assisted by junior Pierre-Luc Mercier and freshman Connor McDonald. Throughout the game, Bowling Green had a total of 26 shots, 10 in the first period, 10 in the second, and 6 in the third. Western Michigan scored within the first minute and 15 seconds into the game and added another goal only 10 minutes later. Kyle Novak scored for Western Michigan on a breakaway with an extra attacker on a delayed penalty call, only 17 seconds into the play. Bowling Green was able to kill off the penalty, but the Broncos were still able to score. Bowling Green responded about 2 minutes after the Broncos' goal when Pierre-Luc Mercier found Kevin DeFore streaking to the net with a beautiful pass from the right boards. DeFore one-timed the pass with his second goal of the season. Freshman Connor McDonald earned his first career point with the second assist on the score. Now, back to you, Mariah.
Thanks, Jen. Temporary road closures and restrictions will be put into effect tomorrow afternoon for the BGSU Homecoming Parade. The parade begins at 5:30 p.m. on South Grove Street and will continue through East Wooster and Mercer Street.
With details of this year's homecoming, reporter Amy Steigerwald joins us with a live look at the BGSU homecoming bed races.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Caitlin, who's a member of the Falcon Fanatics. Can you tell me a little bit about what's going on today?
So today we're here with the Office of Residence Life, and we're going to be partaking in the bed races, which is just a fun way to get students excited and engaged for the homecoming game this weekend, and spend some time outside of the classroom, getting to meet other students, and just enjoying that free time we have.
Yes, and there's about 5 beds racing. As you can see, they're racing about 100 meters down the parking lot, and you said they can get like different points, style points?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a costume award for like the most spirited, most costumed. There is an award for most congenial, so like good sportsmanship, and then there's also like a time award for the fastest team, of course, because that's what we're going for.
Well, good luck. We hope you win one of those awards. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
And now Kaylee Hodge joins us for your full Black Swamp weather forecast. Kaylee?
Thanks, Alan. Well, the big story we've got is there's a big cool down coming in, but current look outside, it's 64 degrees out there. We have some clouds in our area and a strong wind coming out of the west at 18 miles per hour. So it's making it feel a bit cooler. It feels like 62 degrees. And we also have some light showers in our area, about a 30% chance, which means about 30% of the viewing area is receiving some rain right now. And that's going to be continuing into this evening. Tonight, we're going to be cooling down to 41 degrees. The majority of those showers will be moving out of our area by midnight, leaving us with some partly cloudy skies, and the winds will also be dying down to only 5 miles per hour out of the west-northwest. Tomorrow, we're going to be warming up to 58 degrees. The sun will start to come out, and those winds will pick up again, but we will have a very limited chance of precipitation with a 10% chance before tomorrow night. Our big story is our major cool down. We're going to be seeing a low temperature tomorrow night of 33 degrees with some few clouds in our area, allowing the heat near the Earth's surface to escape up into the atmosphere, giving us that major cool down we're going to be looking for. Right now, temperatures across our area are in the low to mid 60s. We've got Bowling Green at 64, Fostoria at 64, Genoa's at 62, and our warmest area on the map is Sandusky at 65. It's closest to the lake, so it's seeing those warm lake temperatures, keeping the area around it warm as well. A look at the local radar, you can see we do have a band of precipitation up to our north, extending from Detroit all across Michigan, and we also have some scattered showers in our area. Got this little blip over Bowling Green, giving us those showers we're seeing right now. Those will be moving out again by midnight, so we'll be seeing some clearing as we head on out. A look at our national radar, you can see that we really only have the majority of precipitation is over the Great Lakes area. The rest of the United States pretty dry as you head across towards the Rocky Mountains, and then to the south we're seeing some dry air. Now what's causing this is you take a look at our national fronts. We've got 2 low pressure systems right up into Canada, right here and here, with the cold bands extending behind them, and that's bringing some precipitation into our area. It's also bringing in some cooler temperatures. So taking a look at some warnings, we actually have some winter warnings. We have a freeze warning into the North Dakota, South Dakota, and the western Minnesota. Frost warnings extending through Kansas, and then right to our north in Michigan, we are looking at a potential freeze watch. So that means we will be getting close enough to freezing to maybe see some frost on the ground, maybe killing off some plants as we head into tomorrow night. Now, just to take a look at how those cool temperatures are going to be extending through the next 5 days, you can see that Friday we're going to be cooling down to 58. Saturday we're going to hit our low temperature of 50 degrees as our highest and 32 as our warmest, so it's officially right there at freezing. And then into the beginning of next week, we're going to be seeing a warm up again. And to Tuesday, we'll actually be reaching 70 degrees.
Thanks, Kaylee. So how's the weather going to affect our homecoming weekend?
It's going to make it feel really cool. So as you head out there, you're going to go watch your homecoming game. You're going to want to bundle up. Make sure you grab some mittens as you head out the door.
Great. Tuesday night, Democratic candidates gathered together in Las Vegas for the Democratic debate hosted by Facebook and CNN, gaining 15.3 million viewers nationwide. Yesterday, reporter Lexi Martinez asked BGSU students their views and outlooks on the Democratic candidates and the upcoming election.
So did you get a chance to watch the Democratic debate last night?
Yeah, I did.
Great. So what was your overall opinion? Any highlights that stood out to you?
My overall opinion was that it started off with a lot of rhetoric, but by the end I think there was some good debate going on, particularly between Hillary and Bernie. but I do think that CNN, the way they set up the debate, definitely focused on Bernie and Hillary.
I definitely would have asked how are they going to acknowledge and take care of the poverty issues, because I've heard a lot of middle class working, what they're going to do for middle class families who are working. I did not hear almost not a tad about what they're doing for poverty, homelessness, students who are in poverty and homelessness, trying to get a hold of that education or being able to sustain themselves.
So did you hear anything like on social media or through your friends about any of the highlights?
Well, the big thing I've been hearing lately is about how CNN has been covering the debate, and how if you look at any website poll, a lot of people say, you know, Bernie Sanders totally won the debate, but a lot of editorials are saying that Hillary Clinton won the debate because CNN is one of her big financial backers.
The working class is considered one of the highest voting majorities, but you know, you can't just focus on one. You know, you have to look at it all as a whole, and I didn't see that from any of the candidates really last night.
Thanks so much for joining us here, Lexi. One of the things that I took away from the debate was candidate Bernie Sanders and how he addressed the Black Lives Matter movement, and how he was just really passionate about that and actually called the criminal justice system broken as of right now. So as a presidential candidate, I thought that was, you know, quite interesting for him to put that out there.
Yeah, that was definitely one of my favorite moments of the debate as well. So when I went to the union and asked around some students, I was actually surprised at the amount of people who did not watch the debate and who were not even informed about the Democratic candidates. But the students I did talk to, you know, they were really informed. A few of them brought up that moment that Bernie said. I thought that was really powerful. And I thought Hillary Clinton did a great job as well. Absolutely. Did you guys get a chance to watch it?
I did. I watched it with my parents and they loved it. So
yes.
Good. Thank you, Lexi.
Thank you.
A dessert reception is being held today to support Tim Brown's campaign for state representative. The reception will include guest speaker Cliff Rosenberger of the Ohio House of Representatives. The event is from now until 7 p.m. tonight at Snooks Classic Car Museum in Bowling Green. No tickets are required, and all donations are being accepted through the Citizens for Brown Committee.
Another event for candidates takes place next week. Candidates Night will be held Wednesday, October 21st in the Rossford High School Auditorium. Voters will get the opportunity to hear from candidates running for school board, mayor, and Rossford City Council positions. Voters are also invited to submit specific questions they want answered from the candidates. The free event begins at 6:30 p.m.
Kaylee, what's our last look at weather?
Well, we're going to be seeing some cold fronts coming through our area, which is going to cool us down significantly. Saturday, we're actually going to be reaching freezing temperatures at 32 degrees for the first time since spring. But luckily, we'll start to warm up into next Tuesday. We'll even be looking at a 70-degree temperature again. So it's going to get nice and warm, and it's going to level out.
Thanks, Kaylee. Well, that's all for BG24 News tonight.
Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube for more stories.
Also, tune in tomorrow at 5:30 for the BG24 Producers Panel Show.
From everyone here at BG24 News, I'm Mariah Clausen, here with Alan Hunt, Jen Reese, and Kaylee Hodge. Have a great night, everyone.
Live, local.